Hello guys, welcome to Body Transformation X, where I help you get leaner and healthier. So let's get started. So today's we are not like taking all general kind of question. We are focusing on a specific topic, which is mental and emotional struggle that people face while they are on their fat loss journey. So let me start with question number one. How can I silence that nagging inner voice that tells me I am not making progress or that I am just going to fail again, like every other time? So the core problem is this question is self-doubt, fear, failure, and negative self-talk. So how you can tackle all of these things? Let's first talk about self-doubt. Like if you have self-doubt, think about any time that you had made any kind of growth. So for people who are starting, like just starting today, they might face this issue more than people who already are in their journey. Like they have gotten some progress because they don't have anything to back themselves to say like I have done this and this is what and this worked for me, so this is going to work again. They don't have any kind of these things. They are just starting. They are just newbie, know nothing to support them. So this is the phase where your motivation, your partner, like the partner who is in with you in this journey, and the person who is helping you, or your motivation, that help you go through this period of 1 month where you see some visual gains results, and after that you can tell that yourself like I have made progress, then now I can make the progress again. So for the people who are just in starting of their journey, they are going to face this problem, but your motivation and willpower is the only thing that can get you out of that position. Like some common thought that come to people mind when it's about like negative self-talk or fear of failure is that mental loop of I am not good enough or why even try? I will just fail like before. So it's not only about like reaching your whenever you set a goal, it's not a binary game like either it's win or it's lose. It's not like this. It's more like a spectrum from this to this. Like someone have failed. Think about this is the full line. Like this is failure and this is success. Some might have just gone just for this far, and some might have gone for this far. They both are a failure because they don't reach the goal that they decide to reach. But that make them same? And it's about reframing your what is mean by success and goal. It's not about like I have this, and if I don't reach this goal, then I am a failure. Think about this as a spectrum. Like even if you are making some kind of progress from here, then you are winning. You are getting gains. You are getting closer to your goals. The problem is that you just set too unrealistic goals. For people like they see online on social media, like they are making so crazy transformation, just getting losing so much weight. They think like this guy made so much progress. I am not able to make this much progress. I have something wrong. It's not like that. For myself, let me like I have lost 54 kg of weight in just 4 months. That is over 110 pounds. Now, if you look at my journey and see like I have done this much thing, you will think like this is very hard. I am not getting even here what this guy is getting. But if you look at my program, you see like I am doing way more than what is necessary. It's about how much aggressive you are going on your. Let's say this is point A and this is point B. You want to go to point B. If someone is taking a car and you are taking a bike or like let's say bicycle that you are pedaling yourself, then the car is going to reach there first, and for you it's going to take time. But this doesn't mean like it's give you reason to stop because everyone have their different journey, and this is your journey. And if even if you are making a little progress, that is still a progress. So don't think about negative thoughts like I am not making progress, so I'm not going to get any. It's about improving. It's not about achieving your goal. And one mistake that you're making, like you are a beginner. You don't know what to expect. You want whatever you're expecting is just what you look outside, what you look people do, what people get. You have never tested this on your body. You don't know how your body is going to respond and how much your body is going to give results for how much. Even in my body transformation next program where I take people to the 10 month journey, the first month of the journey, like first month of the 10 month transformation is just about learning about your body, like how your body is working, how much calories it's in. We have a estimate, like we calculate things with that calculation that we have, like how much calories you need to eat, how much protein you need. But that doesn't guarantee. It's just a standard template that we use for most of the people, but not all people get same result from the same thing. We need to look at how your body works. So don't be demotivated by seeing like someone is making more progress and I am making less progress. Think about just this, like you are making progress. It is better than not making any progress. And let's say worst to worst case, let's say you are a bad genetic, you have bad genetics, and you are not going to get result as fast as you assume. So does this give you reason to just stop working? No, you have to work. You have to achieve your goal because it's about making your life healthier and better. Okay. And like this also covered like constant comparison to the other people. And for the next question is past failure dominating their current belief system. And yes, this is the problem for many people. Like they have worked before, but they didn't get any result. And now they are worried about like what they should. And what I suggest is think about like this. Let's say there are total of 10 possible things that you can do to lose weight. Okay. And let's say you are just finding for the right way, like which one of out of these 10 is going to give me result. And you picked one, like that's a number one. You picked number one thing. You tried it and that didn't give you results. And you think like this thing didn't give me result and this is never going to give me result. I am just I just have bad genetics and I cannot do anything. I am not going to get result. But what you should think about is like there used to be 10 things that you are doing. Like, you are confused in between 10 things. And now you are just confused between 9 things. As you try more and more things and don't get result, it's also pushing you closer to your success. Remember, every yes is hidden behind 100 no. If you want to get a yes, if you want to get result, first you have to go through the failure. This is the part of journey. Note that you can just cut down failure. Yes, definitely it's only when you are going solo, because if you have someone who have gone through this journey themselves or help other people go through this journey, then you can definitely skip the part where you are making failures, because that is something that people that person had done and he know what is going to work for you, and he's just going to make you walk to the success path, not the failure path. But if you are solo and you can't afford anyone or don't have anyone right now with you, then don't worry about the failure, because failure is also the part of process. Okay. So this answer our first question, like what a bit about self-doubt, failure, negative. Like, never talk negatively because you are still making progress. It's not that if you fail, like you just completely failed. It's not 1 or 0. It's about a range between 1 to 10. If you are at 8, you are still making progress and you are still more successful than when you are at 0 or 1. It's not about getting to 10, it's about getting as close to as 10. And the other problem is that like they are comparing themselves to others. So don't compare yourself to others, because like I said, people have different kind of genetics, different kind of body, different kind of diets, and different kind of mental fortitude. Like for me, I have such a strong mental fortitude. Like I maintained a very extreme diet, very extreme workout. But that's not for everyone. And I'm not sort of telling like I have a strong mental fortitude, so what I did was right. No, what I did was very wrong, because I just want to see the result as soon as possible. So I am going too extreme. It is not healthy for my body. I am young, so yeah, I was able to go through that process. But if you are not a young person, in your middle ages, or any case can be, or if you are too much stressed, then maybe your body will not be able to go through that. What I did was not right, but what I'm telling like this is possible. This is extreme. What I did was extreme, but that is possible. So don't compare yourself to other. You don't know what that other guy is doing. Okay, second question. I often find myself using food to cope with stress, boredom, or sadness. What are practical healthy way to deal with this emotion without turning? So if you are eating due to any kind of emotion, so let me break down it just in two simple part and give you two simple answer for all of this thing. So let's say this is like short term insight, all the short term thing that you can do to not fall for emotional eating, and beside all the long term thing that you can do to not fall for emotional eating. So let's first talk about what you can do to not fall for short term emotional eating. So number one thing is that just distract your mind from the thing or the emotion that you are having. One, and let me so give you two things that you can do. Number one is try to activate your cognitive mind. Because our mind have two options, like emotional or intellectual. When you are thinking intellectually, logically, you are not going to be emotional. And when you are thinking emotionally, you are not going to be logical. So how so question is how you can active your logical mind. So logical mind is also very simple. Just start to analyze anything. And you don't need to analyze something that is too crazy or too hard, like a math question for your life, because that can go very deep in deep philosophy. What you can do is just think about the craving that you are having. Analyze your craving, like why you are having this craving. Is it due to stress or it is due to hunger? Like you haven't eaten, in, like you are just hungry, or you are craving that food. But if you are craving that food, why you are craving? Like if you have seen that food in your sight, that's why you are having these cravings. Or you heard from someone, watch on mobile, or you are just having craving, or you just want to eat that food because you have buy that from the market and now you are thinking it's going to waste if I am not going to eat. Analyze this. And this kill two birds with one. Number one, this kill your cravings for instantly, like because when you are logically thinking, your emotion go down. So you are very less likely to do fall for emotional eating and go for just breaking your diet. And other thing that you do is it give you more insight about your diet. So you know more about yourself and you can make better decisions and control your cravings better over a period of time. So this is for the short term, like try to activate your logical mind. And another thing that you can do is like let's say I am not able to think so much. I don't have so much mental fortitude that I can fight my cravings and think logically. And this is very simple thing and it work almost like for 95% of people this work instantly. Whenever you have craving, do 10 rep of any exercise that you can do, which is like hard but achievable. Like if you are too heavy and can't do push up, go for 10 squats. If you can't and if you can do 10 push up, then go for 10 push up. Can't do 10 push up, go for 10 knees push up, like on your knees push up. And as your body gets physically active, it also distract yourself from emotions that you are having in your mind, like all the negative emotion that you are having. So these two things that you can do for short term. First is start analyzing things. Second is do any kind of physical activity that is hard but achievable. So your body can distract itself from your emotion. And for the long term thing that you can do is just cut down all the thing that is giving you stress, sadness, or any bad emotion. For that you need to cope with foods. So how you can cut down on stress of the things. So let's also divide this thing in two parts, like what you can do to reduce stress so you don't follow for it. So there are two kind, whatever we have, like things of stress, like I have stress of 10 things. I can divide that in two parts. One part is something that I can do about it, and other problem are like I cannot do anything about it. It is just going to remain like this. So for the problem that you can solve or can do anything, just do it. It's about when you are going to do it. There is nothing for you to come out of stressing about it. And think about this. This is something you can control. And if you are worried about like this thing is not getting done, and if this and if I didn't this, then I'm going to get this problem. Think about this. It's totally in your hand. If you want to work, just work and don't worry about result like you're going to get result. And if you are so worried about results, and if you are not worried about results and not going to work, then why stress about it? Like You have choose what you are getting what you choose. And why are you stressing about your own choice? Don't stress about your choice. This is a superpower that you have, like what you want. If you are stressed about it, do something. Just do it, and you are not going to be stressed about it. And if you don't want to do it, then it's your choice. Just enjoy your choice. Don't worry about it so much. And other things, like other type of problem that you can't do anything about. Then also there is also one benefit, like as you can't do anything to just make them go away quicker. There is also one thing that you also don't need to do anything just to make them go away. They are going to go away after a period of time without you doing anything. So this is the plus one. And for this, like this is going to be go away after a certain period of time. Let's say you are worried that let's say you have a quarrel with one of your friend and you are going to meet that guy and you are worried or like stress about what he's going to say, if he's going to be friendly to me or we just have to end our friendship. So think about this, like you cannot do nothing about it. You can't do anything about it. And there is no any stressing out because after a period of time, this is just going to be go away. When you once you meet your friend, once you talk to him, then it's just going to go away. You are going to get your answer. So there is no meaning to worry about. Just think about like every second. You are just reducing the total amount of time that you have to be in stress. You have to be in problem. Like if you are in any kind of problem and you think it is going to go in 2 days. So every minute, every second is reducing your time in that suffering. So think about like this. So these are the two things that you can need to cope with stress and emotion, like bad emotion. For short term, try to start your logical mind, start analyzing things. And for second thing you can do is just involve yourself in any kind of physical activity so your mind distract itself from its emotion. And for the long term side, you just divide problem that you are having due to which you are getting bad emotion and stress in two parts. Something problem that you can do something about them and problem that you can't do anything about. Problem that you can solve yourself, just solve it so you will not be stressed. This is going to help you in long term. And for the problem that you can't do anything about that, there is no meaning to be stressed about that. Just think about it like this. There is a total period of time that I am going to be stressed. And with every second and every minute, that time is going down and down. So don't need to worry about it. This you can use these things to cope with your emotional eating, stress, problems, so you won't face this problem. Now let's move toward the next question. How do I rebuild a healthy, positive relationship with food after years of restricting dieting, it, and constantly labeling food as good or bad? So the problem that people are facing in this thing is that they have a transactional relationship. So like black and white. They think some food are good, some food are bad. If they are eating good food, then they are going to be healthy. If they are going to eat bad food, then they are going to be unhealthy. And if they eat bad food, then they are just guilty of something because they eat something that is bad. They should supposed to be eaten. And thing is that there is no such thing as good food as bad food. There is things like what is suitable for your body and what is not suitable. For most of the people, balanced diet is your they should eat everything in balance, not anything in excess. But for people like I am focusing on who want to get leaner, want to lose weight, they have to cut down their carbs and fat. But this doesn't make carbs and fat bad. They are also just good. We are cutting down because we have a different goal, and for that goal, we need to cut down carbs and fat, but they are not bad. And for people who need to bulk, they they need to eat more carbs and fat, and this doesn't make that good because every food is just neutral. Food is good. They provide you nutrition. And why you are like labeling nutrition good and bad? Because protein help you build muscles, carbs give you energy, fat help you making your hormones in your body and also stabilize your energy, make you feel satiated and like fit well over period of time. And fibers help you keep your digestive system healthy. Every food have their role in their body, in your body. So don't think about anything as good, bad, or bad food. And One of the problem that people think that like this we talk about macros like carbs, fats, etc. etc. But some people think like something that we are eating outside, like fast food, etc. is bad. And see, they are not also bad food. Food is just food. People call them bad food because they are high in calories and low in volume. It's easier to eat too much calorie while eating outside or eating fast food that people call bad food. But think about this: if your goal is bulking, then that would become good. So don't think about this like a good food or bad food. Think about nutrition, like what nutrition you are getting and what nutrition you need, and enjoy your nutrition. Enjoy your food. You don't need to like starve yourself, like just choke yourself and say, no, I can't get this, I can't have this. If something fit in your macros, so you can eat it. Primarily, mostly focus on food that have less processing in them because less processed the food, more clear it is. Like as I said, food is food, but the chemical preservatives, colorings, dyes, etc. that are present in the food is the bad. So try to eat less processed food as much as you can. But fat is not bad. People say eating out is bad because they have too much fat. But about people also call extra virgin olive oil good, like you should eat that. But that is also fat. So fat in itself is not bad, but the fat that you are getting outside is filled with preservatives, chemical colorings. And I don't know what are they so much thing that they are putting in that. Like we have governments like FDAs in America and FASSI in India that help people to like that regulate these companies. But there are some state preservative that are like approved by these government, but that can be harmful for you if you eat too much of. So don't think about food as a good food or bad food. Think every food just give you nutrition and think about food as just nutrition and think what you need to eat, what nutrition you need to get and from where you can get it. No good food, no bad food, just suitable food. What is what is suitable for your food. And just stay away from preservative, like less processed things you are eating, more health is going it's going to for you. But this is a general guideline. This is like there can be a some specific case where processed food is good. But for general people, generally 90% of time, eating less processed food is good for you. Okay. Now, next question. What do I do when I completely fall off track for a day or two? I usually just give up entirely because I feel I have ruined everything. Okay. So this is the common problem. Many people they have made, let's say, take a window of 1 month. They have made good progress. They are on track for half of the month. Let's say 15 days. And 1 day or 2 day they are just got off track. They think like I was off track. I'm not going to get progress. I'm not going to get results. Bad, and I am a bad. And I have just ruined all of my progress. But this is not like it. Think about it. When you have a 1 month diet plan, then you are going to get results of accumulated effort of these 30 days. And now let's say if you have accumulated your effort of 15 days and 2 days you didn't get results that you are looking for or didn't follow the track, then let's just subtract the 2 days from the 15 days. You are still going to get result of your 13 days. And you don't even need to worry. Like think of in total month. If on the 30 month in a 30-day month and you are on track for 28 days, you are just off track for two. So does this logically make sense that 28 day of progress is just going to be all ruined and all going to be zero just because you didn't follow your diet or program for 2 days? No, this is not going to happen. And this is never the case. This is just the mental thing. Like you mental thing, I am not able to keep this up. Don't tell yourself if you are not going to keep this up or you can't. If first thing that you need to do is have belief in yourself or trust yourself. If you made a mistake, not an issue. You can just keep continuing after that. Like you go 15 day, all right. 1 day you made mistake, 2 day you missed like you didn't on track, you are just fell off completely of the track. And again now next day is again an opportunity. It's your choice. Do you want to be on track or do you not want to be on track? every day, every second life give you a choice. Like if you want to improve your life, if you want to degrade your life, or if you want to stay as you are. And every second you can choose to be a better option, to be a better guy, to be a healthier guy. Like we get choice every day. Whenever we are eating outside, that we get choice. So it's not like if you made one wrong decision, then all the opportunity that you are going to get is not going to have any good option. Every opportunity that you are going to get in future also going to be have a good option, have a healthier option. If you made a mistake now, you choose the right choice, wrong choice. You can choose right thing again. What at the time of next opportunity. Like this, if you made right choice in your lunch and you made wrong choices in dinner, then you can again make right choice in your morning. You can again make right choice in your lunch, and you can again make right choice in your dinner. It suddenly this just becomes a small part where you follow. And just stick with our example, like for in 30 day of month, you are 28 day on track and 2 day full of the track. Think about this, it is even less than like 15% when you are not on track. Do you think like this 15% of progress is going to be like this is 15% of not being on track? It's just going to reduce all the things that you did for 28. Oh, this is not going to happen. So just focus on overall efforts, like how much efforts you have done over a period of time, because any result that you get happen over a period of time. They don't happen on a single day. So focus on that. Focus on overall. Focus on big picture. Don't just nitpick small things. Now let's look toward the next question. How can I learn to trust my body hunger, fullness cues? Again, especially after a year of ignoring them or following strict meal plans. So you are saying like how you can focus on your hunger or fullness cue, like how you know your body is genuinely hungry or genuinely full. And because this issue happen with people because some people are just eating, they just eat because it's time to eat, they are going. It doesn't matter if they are hungry or not. And some people are just so following diet like they never get hungry. They are just eating. Like to tell from my experience, when I went to hostel, it was my first time in life that I am experiencing hunger. Before I went to hostel, for my whole life, I never feel hunger. I don't even know how hunger feels like that. You people know what growling sound that stomach make when you are. I never feel that. I thought this is the thing that people show in movies or cartoon like this happen. I always thought this is not the case. This is never going to happen. But at that time, I get to know like this is how hunger feels because I'm not getting good at the time. Like how I eating at home. I'm not getting the same treatment. Not everyone. But the thing is that most people don't even know like what hunger feels and they say I am hungry. And you are not even hungry, you're just craving food. Because as you have made your schedule like eating at 9 a.m., so you are going to feel emptiness at 9 a.m. even though you are not. So like for simple hunger is like when your stomach is empty, you are going to feel hungry. But what I suggest go for nutrition, like what nutrition your body need and where you can get your nutrition and like also try to make it healthier and tastier. For example, the main goal of your is not to not make you hungry. Like the reason you are eating food is not that just you are just hungry. You are eating food because you can maintain your body, you can live a healthier life. To maintain like basic thing why we eat food is just to maintain this body, make this body healthy. So instead of focusing on hunger or craving, focus on what is good for your body and what your body needs. And just focus on that. And after you have like done any transformation, followed any diet, if you are just following any diet like strictly, blindly, don't know why this thing work, why I'm doing this thing, why I'm doing that, then definitely you need to find someone who can tell you like how you should eat, how you should think about food, and what you do, what food. Because one of my main theme, like what I typically is like telling them, making them capable of doing something themselves. So they don't need me or anyone else in the future. Like when they have joined my program, they don't need to get anyone else in the future. This is my goal, one of my goals. And don't think about hunger, think about nutrition. And if you don't know about nutrition, this you need to learn about nutrition because if you want to be healthy, you need to know about the nutrition thing. And if you are a guy who have never felt the hunger, then this starting part is definitely going to hard for you. But don't worry, this is hard just in start. So the look like I am just calling out track of the question. Our main question is that how we can try to learn to trust our hunger and fullness signal that our body gives. So what I'm telling you is that don't focus on hunger. Like this is not a good mark. Your body feel hungry whenever your stomach is empty. And this is not a good symbol that you can trust for nutrition. For example, if you are eating too much high calorie, low volume food, then you are going to be hungry like all of the day. And but you are having so much calories, so much more than your body need are going to be better. And if you are just focusing, not know what nutrition you need to eat and just going on low calories, high volume food and not getting enough nutrition, then it is also not going to be helpful to your body. So what you need to do is learn about nutrition and focus on nutrition, what you need to eat instead of hunger and how you are feeling. Okay. So now next question. I feel so overwhelmed by all the information out there. I second guess every food choice. How do I develop confidence in my decision and trust my own perception? So the problem, this is the problem that I also solved in my one of the course in my body transformation X program. Thing is that there is so much information that it's that satiated fat because that transferred into fat in your body and become make you fatter. Some say it carbs, some say not eat carbs, some say go keto, this and that. So what you can do? So number one thing is that learn about all the six basic nutrition that you need to live. Mainly just think about three things: fat, carbs, and protein, and learn about how much your body needs each of them. And once you need that, this make your basic template. Like this is your basic template. Whatever goal you have, adjust this template according. Have a, for example, you are. This is okay. I am going to tell you simple thing how you can just make simple food decision because it's about making simpler and learning the core principle. If you are just remembering thousands of things like this tip, that tip, then it is going to be hard because you can't remember all of them. What you need to do is learn about the core principle and remember that. Understand that. Core principle is your body need a balanced diet which contain fats, healthy fats, carbs, protein, minerals, vitamins, fiber, and water. These things that your body needs, but actually you don't need to focus on all of these things because vitamins and minerals are already present in the food that you are eating. And this is like something that you go for the next level. For the basic, you just need to focus on carbs, fat, and protein. And for protein, it's very simple. Just go for 1 gram of protein for every pound of body weight that you have. And if you are someone who is bulking, like want to gain weight or just maintaining, then you can also reduce that to 0.7 gram per pound of body weight that you have. So this is something that you can. This is the protein measurement, and also try to find your calories. Then calories calculator online to find your calories. And if you want something simpler, then just multiply your body weight in pound with 14, and this will be your basic calories. And eat that amount of calories for whole. See if you are losing weight, then increase your calories. If you are gaining weight, then reduce your calories. This will help you get you toward your maintenance line. And this is and once you have all these things like how much protein you need to eat, how much calories you need to eat, at which amount of calories you are maintaining your weight. Once you have this basic template, then you can just adjust that to according to any goal. If you want to get leaner, reduce your calories, increase your protein a little, and you are going to lose weight. And let's say you want to gain weight, then reduce your protein a little bit because you don't need that much protein to build muscle. We need more protein to preserve muscles. You need to increase calories a little up because more calorie is going to give you size. If you are under calories, you are not going to lose that. And this is how you gain size. This is just a basic template. Once you have this basic template, just focus on this basic template and make decision according to this. And for the tips, think about it. If any tip that you are finding, compare that, try to fit that in this basic template. If that thing fit in this basic template, then this is right and you should go with it. And this also make it easier to remember because it is also fitting in a basic template that you already know. But if that thing is not adjusting in your basic template, like someone saying you can eat more and lose weight at the same time, this is not going to happen. To lose weight, you need to eat less. Like one thing, like this is the one thing that I always go for. People always say, "What should I eat to lose weight?" And for most of my life, I also fought for this stuff. Like I'm just looking for food. What should I eat? Whatever I eat that's going to make me leaner, make me less fatter, and make me healthier. But think about this. Anything that you eat is going to give you energy. You are going to be of surplus of energy. And anything that have surplus, then how can it reduce your weight? Just think about this. You need to stop eating or eat less to lose weight. How you can lose weight while eating more? If you are putting, just think about it. Science like you are putting mass in your body, then how you can suppose like this mass going to just disappear and also to reduce some mass from my body? This is not going to happen. And even if some things that work for this are not actually reducing your weight, like there are some pills or some food. If you eat that, that is going to dehydrate your body. So when that dehydrate your body, you will lose weight. But that is not actual fat loss that you want to lose. It is just water that your body is flushing out. So scientifically, you cannot lose weight while eating. And if someone is telling like you can eat this or you can eat this food and you're going to lose weight, and this is just a bullshit thing and maybe just a trap that they are trying to make you fall for. Okay, like for answer like how you can get food choice, just focus on this simple template. Find your calories by multiplying it 14 and adjust it according to your progress. Like if you gain weight, reduce that, lose weight, add some calories in that. Multiplying your body weight amount with 14, give the answer. And for the protein, just multiply your body weight in pounds to 1. This will be going to be good. Just focus on this thing and just focusing on these two things give you a basic template for your health in general. Just need to adjust things up and down and you don't have to just focus everything completely on other different that you don't know if you are going to work on. And like this is if you have to think about less, this also make you more confident. You think of decisions. When there is like you can forget something like that's only two things to think of and this make your life much easier. Now next question. What the secret of staying mentally motivated and resilient through plateau? When progress feels incredibly slow, how do you keep from just throwing in the towel? Okay. So first of all, congratulate yourself when you hit plateau because at least you have made progress. You were just stuck in that. This means when you get stuck, it means you have already made so much progress over a period. Now the problem is you are demotivated because you are stuck and you are not making more progress. So what you can do to motivate yourself and keep your mental positive. So the thing is also very simple. Like everything is simple. Just in practice, it is hard for many people. Is that first of all think about how much progress you have made. when you started making this much progress also seem impossible, but now you have made that progress. And you are again at same point. You are thinking like make progress from here it is impossible. But think about it. You have already reached this position and you have made progress from here. And you are also going to make progress from here. Just think about what you did then and what you are same thing going to do now. That time you don't know what to do. Found out what to do and you gain results. Now again you don't know what to break flat, what to do to break flat. Now you are going to find out what you can do to break flat. You are going to get results. And if you find something that is hard to do, then remember once you started this thing, things used to be hard. And now that's become normal. And once you start doing these things, it's also going to become new normal. And okay, so let me also tell you how you can break plateaus. If you have someone who is coaching you or guiding you and know about nutrition and all these things, then you can just take a 2 week refeeding week where 2 weeks of refeeding where you eat more than like almost at your maintenance calories, so you are not losing weight in these 2 weeks, so your body metabolism can kickstart. Oh, and I forgot to tell like why this plateau happens. So plateau happens like you this is how much calories you are taking. This is how much calories you are burning. If the calories you are taking is more than calories you are burning, then you are going to gain weight. And if you are burning more calories and eating less calories, then you are going to lose. And like say, this is your ideal condition. You are burning more and you are eating less. But over a period of time, this burning will reduce because your body becomes more efficient and adjust to what you are going to do. And two things you can do is first thing is best again pick up this metabolism, make your body burn more calories. And we do this by making 2 week of refeeding because this give your body signal that I have enough energy and I can also focus on other things. And it start to burn more calories because as it have more calories, start to burn more calories. And again you can start losing weight after this 2 week of time. And for people who don't have any coach or can't afford to go on track, they just need to be go aggressive. Like this is how much you are eating and this is how much calories you are burning. First you reduce calories by this much and you are in deficit. Now your like calories burn have catch up with it. And what I first tell you is increase calories burn. Now but I tell you just reduce calories eaten even more. This is going to create a deficit. And definitely you need to adjust your deficit according to your work because what working now not going to work every time. Like basic principle, core principle that are helping you is going to help you all your job. But the absolute number is going to change because your body is also changing with this transformation. You are not the same person that you are starting. You are much better, much more efficient, and much lighter. So definitely you need to change your strategy, your absolute. So this cover all the 7 questions that we have today for mental and emotional side of our bad question. And let me just going to give you a quick recap of quick questions. So just it summarize all the things that I said. Number one, how can I sense like number one question is about how we can tackle with negative things, negative feelings, thoughts, etc. That whatever. So it's simple. Don't feel bad about like you are making slow progress or compare yourself to other because everyone has their different journeys. Someone who is driving a car and you are just pedaling your bicycle, so that person is definitely going to get result. But then you don't know what other people are doing. So don't compare yourself. And for success and failure, don't think about as a yes or no. It's about a range. It's about frequency between them. Like it's not about if you are at one, you are a failure. If you are at 10, you are a success. No, it's about how far you are from one. This is how much successful you are. And even if you are two, three, or eight, you are successful. It's just very advanced. And you can always make progress. It's not that you are always going to start from one. If you have made from one to four, now you are going to start from four. This is going to make your journey easy. So don't feel bad about yourself because you are making progress. This is always a on already a good sign. Second, like what to do. Second question is how to cope with stress and problem that we are having, like stress, getting on emotional. So let's separate these two things like short term and long term. In short term, just try to activate your logical mind. As your logical mind get activated, it's shut down its emotional mind so that it's make it less likely so you are going to be emotionally like less chance that you are going to go for emotional eating. And other thing that you can do is do any kind of physical activity. As you active in physical activity, your mind shift itself from mental thinking like mental process it is a physical process that it is not focusing on. And for the long term, divide whatever problem that you are having in two parts, something that you can do like their problem for them, something you can do to reduce that stress or reduce that problem. And there are some problem that you can't do anything about. For the problem that you can do something, just do what you can do and reduce problem and stress that you are getting. For the problem that you can't do anything, just think for this. You can't do anything about it. After a period of time, it is going to disappear itself. So you don't need to worry about it because that every second, the problem, the amount of stress or amount of problem that you have to face is getting less and less. Okay. Third question is how do I build healthy habit, like healthy relationship with food of seeing food for so long as good food and bad food. So simple answer is that think about as food as good food or bad. Think about food just as nutrition. What nutrition your body needs, and you just need to get that nutrition. There is no such thing like bad for a good food. What is so what suitable food? What your goal? What nutrition need for it, and from where you are going to get this nutrition. There's not like fat and carbs is bad. Just people make them because they are mostly people on fat journey and want to get leaner. But for people who want to lose fat and carbs is good. And one thing that you can call bad is preservative, all the chemicals that there are in food. So just try to eat less and less processed food and eat more and more less processed food and just focus on all the nutrients that you need to. Okay. What to do when I completely follow track for 1 or 2 days in progress? You don't need to go something good in days. You can go one day that all the 15 things, 10 things, or this is your plan. Then in a 30-day period, you follow diet 29 days and just made mistake on one day or don't follow things on one day. This is not going to be cut off all your progress. And if that thing is not going to cut all of your progress, so why you are so worried about like all thing is going zero and I can't do this. You have already made progress and you are definitely going to be make progress next time. And think life every second give you opportunity. Give you opportunity to choose what you want to do. If you want to be a good guy, you want to be like if you want to make a healthier choice or make an unhealthier choice. You just want to stay where you are at. And every day, whatever you have, power, what you want to be, what you want. Okay. Now, so next question is how do I how do I trust the cue that my body gives like if this food is good for focus as a signal telling focus on hunger, focus on nutrition and what your body needs because food's main objective is to make your body sustainable, keep your body right up and keep it healthy. If you focus on hunger, then there can be sometimes you are just eating low volume, high calorie, but sometimes it can be you are eating low calories, high volume food and you are not getting enough calories or something that you are needing to get. So focus on nutrition, don't focus on hunger. Since next question. I like people feel overwhelmed with all the pro all the people do that and they always doubt their suggestion because always they are thinking like is whatever I'm doing is this right or some people say do this some people say do that. So what you can do is make a simple template basic template and use that basic template to make your decision. Less thing you have to think about so more confident you're going to be. Thing you have to think about you have to think about 10 things before making any decision then you are always going to think if I am missing something. And if you only have only two things then you can make decision easier and be confident in yourself because you need to check two things and you have already checked these two things and you are not forgetting anything. And these two things can be your protein and calories. Calculate how much calories you need to eat, calculate how much protein you need. For protein, go for 1 gram per pound of your body weight, and for calories, just multiply your body weight in pounds to 40, and this give you calories and what you need to eat. From there, you can if you want to know more about this because our videos, you can just watch this because I'm not going to want to make this too long. Now, final question is what the secret of staying like when you face plateau, what you can do to keep yourself motivated. So think about this. You are just at the situation from when you start. In starting, everything hard, like as it's something impossible feeling now. In started, you face, you learn about more things, and you pass through that point where you are thinking everything is possible and now are way ahead in your journey. And now this same problem is happening again. The same thing that helped you at that time is going to help you. Just think about like at that time you learn more about things, apply that and get results. Same thing is going to happen now. Learn new thing, apply that, and going to get result. For the people who want to look like how we can break that, I have always give two tips in my video previously in this video, so you can just watch that part. Like because I don't want to make this too longer. So this conclude our Super Sunday episode 4, where I have covered the question about emotional and mental problem that people face in Patos. And if you have any question that you want to get answered or want to know about any topic in detail, then you can just leave comment or leave message. And if people who want guidance from me and want to book a one-on-one call for me, then they can check description and just join my program so they can get guaranteed rate like if what guarantee I give to that is that you are going to be satisfied with the information, with the guidance that I'm going to give. Like, if you don't feel satisfied, then I guarantee you that I'm going to give 90% of the total amount that you give back to you. Because 10% is just cut in the processing charges. So I'm not able to give that back because it's just I also don't have it because that's just used in processing. But I will give you 90% even if you are not satisfied. And like I'm not going to ask any questions like don't do this, don't do that. Like I'm just trying to simple question like what I can do to improve myself. If you want to answer that, well and good. If you don't want to answer that, no problem. I'm just going to give you 90% back if you are not satisfied. This is my guarantee. But for most people, 90%, 99.9% time you are not going to need that option because you are going to feel satisfied with my service. So you can check my description with all the links, all the things that I have. And so let me just cut this string and just remember it's about making things simpler, effective, and efficient.